This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Nick George.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of custom covers and decks? Well, one great option might be closer than you think. Today, I have the great pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Jonathan Moeller, with Colorado Custom Covers and Decks. Did I say that right, Jonathan?
Yeah, it is. It is a mouthful. I definitely get some pushback on that. But yes, Colorado Custom Covers and Decks.
I should have practiced first. How are you doing today?
Oh, doing well. Thanks. Can't complain. Things are going well.
Good. Tell us all about Colorado Custom Covers and Decks and how you got into it.
Yeah, so I started out framing new construction homes, really like backouts and basements. And I was working for new construction and they needed a deck built. And so I went and did a deck. And after that first deck, I was like, oh man, I really, really enjoyed building decks and, being more on the outside of the house. And it's a little bit of framing and finish work put together. And so I really like that concept of being able to bring that indoors outside out here in beautiful Colorado. So that it got hooked on the first deck I did.
I think a lot of us know what a deck looks like and some custom decks too, but talk to me about covers.
Yes, we really to really enjoy the outdoors here and almost all year round, putting a cover over your deck. So we'll do like a solid gable roof or like a shed roof, put heaters in there, lights in there, tongue and groove. You can enclose it with glass, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, a bunch of different things that really enables you to be outdoors longer and enjoy the beautiful Colorado scenery.
How did you get into the business of construction? Were you ever doing anything else before that?
Yeah, so my grandfather was a carpenter, and so I kind of got into it, was helping him when I was younger, and then I got into remodeling and was doing remodeling, and we moved out here to Colorado, and I started working for my brother-in-law, Harbor Carpentry, and they were building new construction homes. They were the framer. And so we would manage the framing company, the framers. We would double check the plans, double check to make sure all the measurements were right, the plumb was right, make sure all the structure was right, calling the inspections and everything. So that's where I really learned a lot about the structure of things. When you're working in interior remodeling, you don't really know the structure. You don't really deal with structure, but with a deck, you have to know the structure. And I learned a ton from that start in my career.
What would you say are some myths or misconceptions in your industry that you kind of have to dispel for your customers that you could dispel in this interview?
Yeah, so a myth would be anybody can build a deck. And I guess technically, yes, anybody can build a deck. But when it comes to building a proper outdoor structure here in Colorado for the snow load, the wind loads, and making sure that they're pulling permits, I always tell everybody you need to make sure you're going with an actual deck contractor. There's a lot of guys out there that will do kitchen baths, basements, and then maybe do 4 or 5 decks a year. That's not really the company that you're going to want to go with to build the deck. You really want to make sure you're going with an actual deck company. They're going to be able to handle the permits better. They know the industry better. They know all the nuances, all the new technologies that are coming out in the deck industry, which, believe it or not, it's always new stuff coming out to improve and then better the deck. So going with somebody that knows what they're doing and it does this day in and day out is going to just help you out tremendously in the long run.
How do you market to your customers now? How do you get yourself out there in the digital world that most people live in now? And who is your target client?
Yeah, so we really, do a lot of stuff on my Instagram at Colorado_covers_decks. I do a lot of posting on there. I got a lot of my previous work on there. So just kind of posting that, trying to stay up in the community. Also, SEO and my website, working on always improving that so people can find me. And our main target audience, I would say, is going to be somebody that wants to really enjoy the outdoors and take their deck to the next level. We are a little bit more of a higher end company to where, we are building that deck, that cover, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, fire rails, all that nice upgraded fancy stuff that's really going to bring that indoors out type of feel. And our craftsmanship is second to none.
Have you ever thought about podcasting like this?
Yeah. I've been on a couple podcasts, and I kind of been floating some ideas of possibly starting my own at one point and having different companies in my area here, even my competitors, and just talking about our different businesses, even talking about how they run and what they do, and just how business works and how they run their business, just so that one, I can learn from that, and then other people that are listening can learn from that too. Just to people can just keep growing themselves and their companies.
What do you do for fun when you're not building people's homes?
Yeah, so we, family time is really important to us, and we're a big board game, card playing type of family. So we're always finding new board games, new card games, having fun with that. On a personal level, I'm a big, I play basketball every Thursday nights in the men's league. So getting out there, competing, it's a ton of fun. And then my true passion is archery hunting. I'm a big archery elk hunter. So when it comes to September, I try to disappear and just go into the woods chasing those bugling elk,
Have they ever chased you back?
Not yet. But there's big animals. So, but yeah, being out there in nature and just kind of resets, like kind of almost like, it's just like resetting yourself, being out there and bugling back and forth with the elk and chasing them. It's just so much fun.
What is you don't have to answer this question, but did you have a life challenge that you overcame that you'd like to share with the audience that made you the person you are today?
Yeah, one thing that kind of sticks out is when we first started our company, first hiring people and employees, we really grew really close with them and really kind of became a really close family, and even crossed that boundary of work, personal boundary. And in the end, that came back to kind of bite me and really affected me as far as being able to trust people after some situation that we had. And so it really, I really had to grow as a person to be able to just be able to get back to trusting people again, unfortunately. And then also just being able to understand that balance between work and personal, especially as a small company. Even the guys we have now, we are still really close and really tight, but there is a boundary that we're going to make sure that we kind of keep separate, because, things can happen, and you just got to make sure you keep that separate.
Absolutely. What do you want people to take away from this interview? What do you want what do you want to be the big takeaway from this interview with your company?
Well, we are a high-end outdoor living space here in Colorado, really focusing in Evergreen, Colorado, and the surrounding areas of Evergreen is our main focus. And, if you're looking for not just a regular square deck, but something that's going to bring your indoors out, we're the company that's going to help you with that. Behind me here, I got some awards. We won 9 awards in the last 3 years through NADRA. It's an international deck competition that we enter every year. So we are well known and recognized for our designs and our craftsmanship. And so we are a company that can take you from start to finish of your project and be able to stay on time and get things done correctly for you.
Do you do any teardowns and rebuilds, or is it mostly new construction?
It's all mostly teardowns, redos. So we're mostly coming in to an older deck, or even a deck that somebody wants upgraded. We'll come in, tear it all down, redo it. And again, so there's a lot of process, like in Jefferson County here, just to get permits is going to take about 2 months. And then in the summer, maybe 3 months. And so making sure you're going with a company that has your back to be able to make sure those permits are going through. We've been through that system. We know how it works. Some of these guys are going to come in here and say, you don't need a permit. If you're building a deck, you need a permit. Don't let a contractor tell you otherwise. Okay. And unfortunately, they cost money, and all the stuff that comes with the permit costs like extra money. A homeowner has for me to be able to pull a permit, everything that's required in Jefferson County is going to be around $7,500 to $10,000 just for permits and all the different things that they require for that. And so guys are going to come in and say, oh, you don't need a permit. And that's just not the way to go. Make sure you get a permit. It's going to protect you. And if someone says that, they're not a reputable company. They're lying to you off the bat, and it's not a good way to start the relationship.
Jonathan, tell us all of the ways that Colorado Custom Covers and Decks can be found online, including your website, social medias, and a phone number if that's still appropriate.
Yeah, so our website is a mouthful again, coloradocustomcoversandDecks.com. You can check us out there. We have a lot of previous work and videos. Also Instagram, really, we do a lot of posting, every day of like the project that we're on and the progress that we're going. And then, so that's Colorado_covers_decks. Facebook, same thing. You can check us out on the social media. We also got a YouTube channel. We have a ton of how-to videos of how to build a deck. So if you're trying to, if you're getting into deck building and you want to learn how to build a deck, you can go to our YouTube channel and you can watch those videos and you can learn how to build a deck properly.
Wow. Well, Jonathan, it's really been a pleasure having you on the show, and we wish you and Colorado Custom Covers and Decks the very best moving forward.
Thanks, Nick. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfortcollins.com. That's gnpfortcollins.com. Or call 970-438-0825.